Hey everybody, so this is the game called 1920 Prohibition, where you are a gangster family producing liquors on your warehouse and your factory and delivering those liquors around town, okay? It's a worker placement pickup and delivery game. So what you do on your turn, first of all, this is Chicago, okay? And there's 4 different neighborhoods, and there's an area control working on every neighborhood, okay? And everyone have your player board and your workers. Your workers are die, okay? So over here, what's going on is you have your warehouse where you can storage your goods, and then you can use the die to transform those goods in liquor. You have the types of goods that you need to make the liquors. So you use a die, you transform this into a wine, for example, and put it in a truck. You can have 3 liquors in a truck at the same time. And then you deliver that wine around town whenever there's wine. Let's say there's a wine here. And you deliver that wine in town. When you do that, you put your marker on it and you move from one district to another from all those spots, and you turn this back, and then you get that amount of money when you make a deliver. So if I deliver wine, I get like 6 money. I get my money, and the wine goes down 1. So what you do is, on your player board, you have your warehouse and your truck. Also, all your liquors. You also have places for upgrades. You can upgrade your warehouse. And let's say you have 1 more driver plus 2 assault, and you have upgrades like this. And over here, you have gangsters that you can hire. Okay, so let's say mid-game, I'll be here like this with 2 gangsters that I can tap it to gain that ability. And I'll have some liquors on my truck, and I'm ready to deliver the liquors in town. Okay, so how does it work? This is a setup for 3-player game, okay? So at the beginning of the game, everyone will roll their workers and sum to see who goes first. So this is 10, 18, 19. So I'm on first spot, and then green rolls and make it 20. So he goes second, and then yellow rolls and get 15. So I was 14, 15, and 20. So player order is decided by the amount of the strength from your workers, and then everybody has these workers to do stuff on the board. Okay, so what can you do? These are players, and this is another mafia car that holds money, gangster car, and there's the police car over here. They are over here, and they're on the board. Okay, and they also have strength that will put let's say it begins like this. Okay, so what you can do is you can gather resources with your workers. Okay, so I can get grape with any die, so I'll just put a 4 over there and get a grape. Or I can, with 1, 2, or 3, I can get a corn or wheat. So I'll put that 1 over there. I can grab glass and yeast with 4, 5, and 6s. Say, and I'll grab this, knowing which kind of liquor I want to make. Taking a look at what needs to be delivered around me, near me, and what are the prices of the goods, of the liquors. So let's say the wine is it's worth less. So let's try and make a vodka or maybe a rum. There's a rum over here. It's worth 8. So, or maybe a brandy that's worth 10. So I just look it over here. What are the recipes to make the liquors? And I go after the resources, okay? So, or I can, with 1 or 2 on my die, grab upgrades. 1 and 2, 3 or 4, 5 and 6. If there's 3 or more players, you just put another one over here. And since this is a 3-player game, it's working. So you have these spots for workers, these spots for workers, and you can also hire gangsters. 1, 2, 3, plus 2 money. You can hire this guy, or 4, 5, 6, and 3 money. You can hire this guy. So I can put like 6 over here and pay 3 money, and get this guy and put it on my player board. Okay, and you also have all the celebrities around town. Let's say you have Al Capone here. You can slot your die and get this ability, and you have 5 different celebrities in town, and you can use all of them. And on the game, it comes with 10, and you just shuffle every game. This will be different. So you get these celebrities the whole game. You can just these are slots for dice. They have different abilities. Okay. And the way it works with player interaction is I put 1 die and another player puts a die. And what it does is whenever I put a die over here, the next player has to be the same value or bigger. If I put a 4, 4, 5, 6, he can put a 4. But if he puts a 6, I cannot put a 4. I have to be 6 or higher. So he's like blocking me to put a number. All the die is face up, so everybody can see the player's dice. So he sees that I only have 1 6, so he just put a 6 over there. So now I can only use the 6 and higher. So there's a little player interaction over here and a player blocking. And the same goes here. I see that he only has 1 3. So let's say I have a 3 and a 2. I'll just put a 3 over here, and now I'm blocking him, so he can only put 3 and plus. But on grapes, any die can go. So I can put a 4 and he can put a 3 later. Grape, it's like any die can go, okay? And over here, they block. The dice are blocking. So this only refresh at the end of the round, okay? So the game is, I pick up my resources, and once I have them, I have to spend 1 die here. If I put 1, 2, or 3, I can make 1 liquor. But let's say I have more. For 2, let's say I have for 2 recipes. I can use a 4, 5, or 6 and make both of them at the same time. So I make 2 liquors. Let's say I make a whiskey and this vodka. Okay, and I just spend these. Now I have the liquors on my truck. Okay, so I have a vodka here, and let's say a whiskey over here. Okay, so now I need a driver. If I put 1, 2, 3 die on my driver, I can move 1 spot. But if I put a 4, 5, or 6, I can move 2 spots. So let's say I have a vodka and a whiskey on my truck over here, and I put a number 5 die worker over here. So I can make 2 stops. So I make 1 and deliver this vodka, and I make 2 and deliver this whiskey. Okay, so on both of these spots, I put my influence marker for the area control at the end of the game. And also I get both of these guys money, so I get 10 bucks worth of my whiskey, and then I get vodka, 7 bucks for my vodka. Okay, so and both of them go down 1. It's getting cheaper. So if you deliver first, you get more money. So the game is basically this. You get your resources, you can make upgrades on your warehouses, on your depot, you can hire gangsters, and deliver money. Deliver the liquors in order to get money. And whoever gets more money at the end of the game wins the game. But you also have at the end of the round, once every player spend all of their die, the end of the round, the gangster car and the police car, they move around town, okay? They have routes, and then you roll their die. The white die is for the gangster, black die for the police car. Excuse me. So 5, he goes over here and grabs and gets 1 money. So the gangster car is filling up with money, okay? And the police car, he will move on 6 route. 6 over here. There's nothing over here, so he keeps moving. 6 and 6. Okay. He passes over here and grab 1 liquor. So he's apprehending the liquors on the towns, on the town, and they will be stacking over here. And also he stopped where I was, so there's a fight over here. Okay, so we both roll die. He will roll his black die, and I'll roll mine. And we compare. The police car is 4 plus 2, so he's 6 strength, and mine is 3. But I have both of my gangsters that I can use if I haven't used. I can re-roll. Let's see if I get a 6 or not. 6. Okay, so it's a tie, and the tie goes for the attacker. Always in favor of the player, not on the NPCs. So 6 for 6, I win. If I win on this, he attacking me, nothing happens. If I win on I was moving and attacking him, I can stole 1 of his liquors. Okay, so if I win this fight where he moves, if I win, nothing happens. I'll just save myself. If I lose, I get a gun shootout token that it's worth -3 victory points at the end. Okay, if I lose that battle. But if I was the attacker and move my car where the police was, and I win, I will get 1 of his liquors to my truck. Let's say I stole this brandy, this rum. I put it over here because I stole it. And then if I lost, I also would grab a shootout token worth of minus points. And once that combat happened, you roll this D3 to see new strength for him. 1, so he gets +1 on his next encounter. And the gangster car works the same way, but he carries money, not liquors. So if the green guy goes and fight him, they roll, compare, and if green was the attacker and he won, he'll get all the gangster car money. But if he loses, he'll get a shootout token, the same way. Okay, but if green was over there and the gangster car moves to him, there's a fight, and if you win, you don't get anything, but if you lose, you get a shootout token. So only if you are the attacker that you gain all the benefits from the cars, and if they attack you, you're only trying not to get shootout tokens. So that's what happens. And then you can go on the police commissioner, use a die there and remove the shootout tokens. You see, it's one of the celebrities, police commissioner, so you can use a die to remove shootout tokens. So even if you have a lot of shootout tokens and your strategy is to keep stealing from the police and keep shooting gangsters, and you get a lot of shootout tokens, you can find a way to eliminate some, not all of them, because you won't have time to do at the length of the game. But there's a lot of stuff going on over here. You can get money from the accountant. You can have +1 gold for all your deliveries on that turn. And also you can shoot out another player. Let's say green is over here and moves over here to make this delivery. He delivers. And then there's a shootout between these guys. And whoever, if green wins, because he's attacker, he gets 1 money from the yellow, and yellow gets a shootout token. But if yellow only defends and he was successful, you lose, you only get the shootout token. So you can shoot another gangster. There's a gangster fight around the neighborhood. So that's it. The game, it's a pick up and delivery. You go and deliver all your demands from the city by using your workers to make the liquors, to transform liquors, goods in actual liquors, and then using your driver to move around town to making your deliveries, and putting influence tokens around the neighborhoods to see whoever gets more at the end of the game, whoever gets more influence at the end of the game, for points. And points is money. Let's say the end of the game's like this. Red, it's on this neighborhood, has 3 influence tokens and green only 2. So red wins 5 money, $5, and whoever gets more money at the end wins the game. That's it. That's a quick overview of the game, just so you guys can take a look how it is. If you want, we can send you a rule book in English and a PNP if you guys want to try it out. This art is all placeholder. It's not final, so we probably have to do art. And that's it. We hope you guys like it. Thank you.